The far left side of the Simpsons house is sinking, and they have to somehow raise $8,500 to repair the foundations. Against Homer Simpson's wishes, Marge Simpson gets a job at the Springfield nuclear power plant. Job was previously held for the newly retired, even though he did not want to retire. As his dog recently died, he never married, and his job is the only thing that he has left in his life that keeps him sane and happy, and was only an excuse so Charles Montgomery Burns could host a party. Jack Marley! Meanwhile, Bart learns he has an upcoming test, so he fakes a stomach ache, much to the chagrin and skepticism of Mrs. Krabappel. From his office, Mr. Burns watches surveillance footage of his plant, including workers limbo dancing, playing chess, and betting on a cockfight without enthusiasm. When Marge appears, however, she is enamored and begins a crusade to win her affection. Begins to take advice as to cheer up things and around the plant. For example, Funny Hat Day and Tom Jones music, which doesn't work for a power plant worker who wouldn't stop crying, a catatonic woman who drinks alcohol all the time, and a crazed man who just declared himself the angel of death and is cleaning out his rifle in preparation for a workplace shooting. Bart returns to school, but when Mrs. Krabappel suggests he take a makeup test, he immediately begins to groan, "Oh, my ovaries!" Grandpa comes to get Bart on the way home and again is asked if he has read The Boy Who Cried Wolf. Again, Bart is unfazed. When Bart returns to school once more, he is forced to take the makeup test. He begins to protest, but Mrs. Krabappel is unimpressed. She scolds Bart for his behavior and tells him symptoms. He's had smallpox, the beds, an unfortunate bout of Tourette's syndrome. She places him alone outside the classroom, hands him the test, and leaves. At Stylus Studios, the taping of Krusty the Clown's latest show is not going well. A wildlife expert is visiting, and with her is a large hawk that has painfully clamped itself into Krusty's head, and a huge Alaskan timber wolf who she warns is spooked by loud noises. Unfortunately for the wolf, loud is the word of the day. Celebration and noise ensues. The wolf becomes terrified and escapes the studio. The beast runs to Springfield Elementary School, where it attacks Bart outside the classroom. He cries wolf, but Mrs. Krabappel, who no longer believes Bart, ignores his pleas. Groundskeeper Willie rescues him only after serious damage has been done, and after all of Bart's lies, no one believes he was attacked by a wolf. Since he feels that he will not be believed, he chooses to say that he made it up, thus showing a little honesty to Mrs. Krabappel. He then passes out on the floor, causing Mrs. Krabappel to realize that Bart really was attacked. Grandpa takes him to the hospital, while Willie gives the wolf some of the contents of his flask and consoles him about losing, saying that, "I was wrestling wolves back when you was at your mother's teat." Meanwhile, Burns attempts, with the help of hostage Tom Jones, who Marge stated was her favorite singer, to seduce Marge. But when she reveals to him that she's married, he fires her. She threatens a lawsuit and enlists the help of Lionel Hutz, who's completely unsuccessful and runs yelping from Bart's squad of real lawyers. Bart has a change of heart after seeing Homer stand up for Marge after learning he was her husband. Homer and Marge enjoy a private show performed by the chained up and protesting Tom Jones, who secretly asks, but is ignored because she thinks he's kidding, Marge to call for help.